If you're creating content for LinkedIn, chances are that you're considering LinkedIn carousels. And it makes sense, right? Because carousels have like 2 or even 3 times the reach and engagement of regular posts. But if you have created them before, or if you haven't, I'm telling you, it takes forever. Like it takes so much time to do the writing and the design. And sometimes I've even tried outsourcing, but that costs a lot of money. And then there is a regular hassle with freelancers and everything. So I had to figure out a way to make carousels myself in a very efficient way, which doesn't like take too much of my time, but still like reflects what I want to say, like the message I want to share. And that's what I want to share with you in this video. If we haven't met yet, my name is Poulomi, and I help you create content systems that help you grow your brand and business. Now, as we said, the most important part of the LinkedIn carousel is the text, is the content, is the message that you want to share. And it makes sense, right? For time inefficiencies, you say, okay, I go to AI and I ask ChatGPT to write a carousel for me, or I go to a carousel generator tool or a slide generator tool, and I just write the carousel over there. I just give it like 2-line prompts and it writes something. But think about it. If you are doing it, other people in your industry are doing it too. And then there is no differentiation. So the text, the message, the main message has to be customized to your brand and your business. So first you create the text, create the content, the message, then you can go to an image generator tool, and based on the text that you created, you can generate your carousel. And of course, then polish it off. I will share with you the entire workflow, the tools that I use, the step-by-step process that I use. So let's dive in. Now, to create the text, you need something that is unique to your brand and your business. It could be anything. It could be a presentation. It could be a transcript of a call, an interview, or report, an article. It could be anything. But basically, you need that to create your content. The way I do it is to create a LinkedIn post first, which has my entire message, and I capture everything that I want to say. I do some voice notes to my phone, and I get the whole content created, like step by step, what I want to say. And then I repurpose that into a carousel, and I share both on LinkedIn. And I do that by using my brand AI content system. This system has pre-built, preloaded workflows, which are trained on my brand and my business. So all I have to do is choose a topic idea and add like a personal brand inside and choose a call to action. And then it will create content which integrates all of these, leading my audience, engaging my audience, and leading them to the next step. It is trained on my voice, my personality, my stories, my offers, my services, everything. So whenever I need to create any kind of text content, that is where I go. And then I take that content and then I go to other tools to develop the visual and media content. If you want to have access to the same system, then there's a link in the description. It will lead you to my community, where you can learn how to set up this whole system for yourself so that your content creation for your unique brand with your voice, your story, and your insights gets like 10 times faster. Now I will share how I start with an actual LinkedIn post and I take that into a carousel. So first, let me share with you the kind of carousel that I do. I either create image-based carousels or text-based carousels. So this one, for example, is an image-based carousel. It has like my images and it has steps. It could also be AI images, but it has some images in it. And I also have a text-based carousel, which is just like a step-by-step, which is just like information, which is just like one slide leads to the other. I mean, of course, in the other one also one leads to the other, but it's more like just reading through it. And this one has images. What I do maintain in both of them is the cover, where it has like an image, AI image of me, which is with a long woman with like long hair, long black hair and glasses, and she's doing something and smiling, and that is kind of one image that I do. And the other image is that I used here because I said to stand out, so I gave her pink hair, but normally it's always like my image avatar. And then I have a bold headline. It could be either left aligned or centrally aligned like this. It has my name and my picture, and it has my name and my picture. So this is something that is in the cover. And the last slide is usually me and with a call to action. So post with purpose and DM me for a workflow. You don't need to post more. This, and also over here. In this one, I did a little bit differently with the text here and the image here. And this one a little bit was different. But both of them work. I just sometimes I go by my mood as well. Okay, so that is the cover and the final slide. And now we have the meat, which is the content. So let's see how that works. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with my brand AI over here. So I have a LinkedIn post created. Like every founder needs marketing, but not every founder needs a marketing team. You need the content. This is an actual post that I created. And now I'm going to repurpose it into a carousel. So I'm going to call in my brand Repurpose GPT over here. By the way, if you want the Repurpose GPT, there is also a link in the description. It will turn your content into any format, but it will keep the content and the brand voice and the call to action, everything the same. It will just change the format. So if you want access to that, that link is also in the description. So this is my brand Repurpose GPT. And here I'm going to say, just turn it into a carousel. Okay, and it will know exactly what to do. It will create the cover slide. The text is only creating the text. It will create the text slide. It will create all the content, and it will give me the slides. And now it creates my LinkedIn carousel script. Okay, the real problem, my turning point, the shift, what it actually does, magic moment, etc., etc. And the slide 8 is a soft call to action. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go to Gamma. Gamma is an AI tool that lets you create presentations, carousels, slides, web pages, landing pages, all of these, like specific kinds of content, but it is very smart and very intuitive. I've been using that a lot and it's super helpful. I'm going to show you how that works. If you want Gamma, there's a link in the description. It's an affiliate link, but so if you buy from there, it'll help me. If not, you can also use Gamma for free. So definitely keep that in mind. Most people are still using Gamma for free, and you can, but it has certain limitations, which is there for a different video. But of course, you can start with free. So I'm going to take all of that, all the slides here, and I'm going to go to Gamma over here. Okay. And now I'm going to go here to create a new AI. Then I'm going to go to text. Of course, before that, you have to create an account and all of that, but I'm not getting into that. And then I put it in here. And then over here, I say social and I say portrait, because LinkedIn carousels are usually always in a portrait format. And then I can say continue. And now what it has done, I want to show you this interface a little bit, because it has the free form, card by card. Then it has generate, condense, preserve. This is about how much you want to generate the text or you want to preserve the text. So generate is when it starts, it fills in all of the details based on the little outline that I gave. But this is already generated with my brand content, so I don't want to change it too much. And here it says preserve, where it keeps it exactly the same and does not change a word. So I usually go for the middle one, which is condense. So it takes my content, but it just makes it a little bit better. So it's exactly my brand content. It is not changing my voice, but it just makes it a little bit better, which is better in a presentation format. Now it says max text per card, brief, medium, detailed. You can keep either. I can keep medium, for example. Depends on how much text you want in your carousel. And then you choose the images. The images, you have many options here in the image source. You have AI images, automatic, stock photos. You can also search and put stock photos over here. You can search the internet for images, AI images we saw. Image placeholders, this is where you say, okay, put in a place for my image to be inserted, but don't insert it for me. Don't put any image. I will put the image myself, right? This is very useful for the kind of post that I shared, which was my, the image carousel post. But this one, I'm just going to say, don't add images for now. And then I'm going to see what happens. And then it says format social. If you want, you can give more instructions over here. So sometimes what Gamma does is that it also adds in graphics. It's not just the images, but it adds like some, like napkin.ai. It adds like visuals. I'm going to say here, don't add any visuals or graphics. Keep it only text. Okay. And here it tells you card by card, that you specify exactly where card breaks should go. That's why I kept it card by card. But because I copied it from my brand GPT, it already gives it to me slide by slide. So slide 1, slide 3. That's why Gamma automatically puts it in card by card. And then it says add editing cards, drag to rearrange if you want to change the position of the card. And you add these breaks, which we don't use, we already did. And now I'm going to continue. And now it's asking me to choose a theme. So here, if you look, I have standard and custom. Standard is pre-built from Gamma, but you can customize them and you can make them your own. So I created some custom themes, which I prefer for different formats. So sometimes, like on LinkedIn, I usually use like a taller font, but on my website, I use a flatter font. So it really depends. I just go content by content, but my body copy always remains open sans. Sometimes my headline changes. So here I have LinkedIn black and LinkedIn white. This one is my white theme because I want the text to be very clear. I want the images to be clear. This one is more text-based, so I like it clean like this with black background. So I'm going to go for LinkedIn black right now. And this shows me the theme. So this is the preview, this is the headline. This is how the buttons will look like. And I do generate. Now you see it has generated the carousel for me. So I basically put in my content over here, my brand content, and it just generated the carousel. But let's see if we want to edit something. So of course here, a lot of the things are editable. Like for example, it has put these boxes for me in the background. Now note that there are no images because I said no images. Then I said no graphics as well, no visuals, no nothing. It has not done anything, but it has added like a little highlight to the background just to make it visually, easy to read. And it has added this kind of bullet format, so I can add an icon here if I want, right? And I can remove all of that. So click this and color, and I can just do it black. And now you don't see the background anymore. It's just text which is laid out correctly, okay? Then, for example, here, I can also change and remove this. But here, I have to remove the layout itself because here there's a place for icon. And I can just click on this. Then instead of bullets, I do text boxes. and it creates the same text boxes, and I can remove the background. Okay, so it saved me the trouble of taking all of this and putting it in Canva. It's just a few edits and then it's done. Okay, and then we can download it and then we will take it to Canva. But before we do that, here's the next thing. What if you want images in your carousel? Let's go back to the theme prompt. Let's go back to the source prompt and see how this works. So I go here, you go click on these three buttons and you do view source prompt. Now, when you do that, it will still retain your exact input, but it will give you the option to change it. Now, note that if you change it, then Canva will generate the carousel again. It will not revise and edit your current one. It will create a new carousel. So, and that will take up credits. So if you're on a free plan, you should be aware of that. So here, what I can do is now I can say, add AI images. And I'm going to remove this. Don't add any visuals or graphics. Okay. Then we can see, and then we will see what happens if we wanted to just add placeholders. And I generate it. I'm going to generate it again. I'm on a paid plan, so I can generate as many times as I want, and I don't have to worry about credits. Mostly, it has a lot of credits. I'm not sure if there's a limit. So now it has generated this carousel with a lot of images. You need a system that thinks like you, the real problem, my turning point. It has generated a lot of these images. Also these kind. Now you can go and change the images at any time. Okay, so you can just click on the image over here, edit image, and then you can ask for a different kind of image with a different kind of prompt. And you can ask over here, you can change the theme, you can change your model, your aspect ratio, and you can generate image. Now we will take it to Canva to fine tune it and to add the covers and the last slides. You go to this three dots over here and it says export, and you do export. Now, very tempting to export it as a PDF, but your carousel is not done yet. So it is not present PDF ready yet. We should first export it as a PowerPoint because it's easier to upload it in Canva. So I'm going to export to PowerPoint. So this is a presentation that it has downloaded. Okay. Now remember, if you choose a font in your Canva which is not there in Canva or in PowerPoint, it's going to be a little bit more tricky. So try to create a simple font that is easily available everywhere. So now I need to create the cover image. To create the cover image, I have to do two things. First, I have to get ideas on what image I want to create. And secondly, I have to generate that image in a certain style. I'm going to first ask for ideas. Give me ideas on what image I should use for the cover. No, I'm going to go with this one. What we will do is we will add this image over here, which is a coverage I have used, and say reverse engineer this prompt. The prompt for this image. Now it got this prompt. Okay. Rewrite this prompt for getting this image. Okay. This one. But I'm going to, because it says calm, clarity, open, focus, energy, but I will say also happy and passionate because that's my brand. Okay. Okay, let's see what happens. So I take this. Okay. Now I'm going to go to Canva. And if you see my style of my image is a little bit illustration-like. Okay. In fact, this image that I gave ChatGPT was also done in Canva. So I will go to Canva. And then I go here to Canva AI. Create an image. And I will give it the prompt. Okay. Style 16 by 9. Actually, I want it square. 1 by 1. And I'm going to do style as illustration. And I'm going to generate. I like this one. So I take this. Okay. Now, before I download it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upscale it so it gives me a very good resolution. So I'm going to upscale it. I will download it. Now I will go to Canva, upload files. And I'm going to upload both the image and the PowerPoint presentation that I created. Now I'm going to open the presentation and go through it. It kind of more or less looks okay. But the size, sometimes Canva makes it a different size than the regular PDF size and the of Carousel. So I'm just going to check that. And it should be this one. Resize this design. And now I'm going to get rid of this cover. And I'm going to get a cover from my other carousels. Let's say I get this one. So I have the layout and I'm going to paste it over here. And now I have to make some changes. I want to get rid of this, and I can write how to create content marketing systems. I will replace this image with my new image that I have created. This one, I'm going to put it here. I'm going to adjust the colors a bit because as you can see, it's not completely black. So I'm going to go to adjust blacks. I'll just increase the black a bit. Now it's fine, but it's too big. So we'll reduce the image a little bit. Maybe even like this. Keep it here. And now I will do a magic expand because I want to fill up the edges. I want it to be edge to edge. I don't want the laptop to be cut off over here. So I go to magic edge, freeform. I'll keep it freeform. And I want it to extend a little bit to the end of the image. So I just to expand. And now it will show me 4 options from which I can choose one. Okay, it shows me 2. That's fine. But it can, as you see, it's still like extended. I can choose, so like what is the difference in this and this? It's kind of the same. Okay, this has this one more line here. No, it's kind of the same. All right, so now my image is done. I move it a little to the end. But what is gotten covered is my name. So I'm going to take that here, cut it, put it here. I'm going to put my name over here so it's visible. And now I'm going to replace the last slide. So I've just to add a page over here. I think I'll just take this slide. Just take this for now. Put it here. And I can also change this instead of post with purpose. I can also change something else over here. And then my carousel is done. I have to give it a final look to see the copy and the cover and the slide, everything look good. And then I can share it as a PDF. Then I download it. And remember my LinkedIn post I created in the beginning. I will upload the LinkedIn post and this PDF, and then I'm good to go. And there you go. That was my workflow on how I create LinkedIn carousels with Gamma, Canva, and my Brand AI content system. Next up, check out my video on how I create faceless on-brand videos for my B2B clients with AI. See you there.